So middleweight better than Rob Whittaker. Like he's that good.
Really?
Yeah, dude. He gave up Mousasi his beast, and this guy beat him like he smoked him. It was crazy.
Fuck yeah.
And in other fighting news, Korean Zombie. You know Korean Zombie? Chen Sung-young?
My nigga, yes. I know the Korean.
He took on Renato Moicano.
Mm-hmm.
Renato Moicano is the guy that fought Cub Swanson. And Cub Swanson said in the pre-fight, so we watched this live. This is 10 UFCs ago. Renato Moicano took on Cub Swanson, and Cub Swanson said in like the preview before it started, it was like, "All right, guys, this fight is going to be a chess match."
Oh yeah, that chess match.
And then like a minute into the first round, just gets knocked out cleanly and goes to sleep.
Oh, dude. That was so funny.
That was hilarious.
Fight's gonna be a chess match. We're so evenly matched. And he's like, "Oh shit!" And it's like 2 minutes in.
Boom.
Fucking
put to
knockout.
sleep.
Oh, dude. And it was a jab. It was a jab on the noggin, and he just knocked out.
It was a jab, yeah. It was just unlucky. He got a jab and just got dropped.
Ah, that was good times, dude. We were in the pub.
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
So he fought Renato Moicano, who's been in a tear. Apart from his last loss to Jose Aldo, he took on the Korean Zombie. And the Korean Zombie knocked him out in about a minute. Just a nice cross straight over, like an overhand like right. Like looping overhand,
right.
And just knocked him out, man. Bang.
Right in the bun. That's all it takes. Fucking brilliant.
Did you see the Korean Zombie last fight? He got knocked out?
I think so. I think I remember watching that. Like he lost. I don't remember getting knocked out.
The guy like bent down and then did a backwards elbow.
Oh yeah, the spinning fucking the over.
Yeah.
It's like it was almost like an overhand back elbow move. It was nuts. It was like this crazy high risk move, and he got nailed with that thing. It just
he got slept, dude. It was amazing. He just like did that in the last.
Wasn't he? And he was winning up until that point. That's what was kind of disappointing.
Korean Zombie was winning it. The Korean Zombie's he's got heaps of skill, man. And take it, Renato Moicano, the guy I just fought, is really, really talented. So it was a shame he lost that last fight. He took time off to do military service. He retired for 2 years.
Oh, he had to go back to Korea to do his mandatory. Fair enough.
He did that. Then came back and then
respect.
still doing really well in the UFC. I love how his name. He actually he refuses to have his Korean name. It's just Korean Zombie. So whenever he fights, it says Zombie.
Oh really? I kind of like that though. They kind of do that where they protect the Korean identity, like when they're in Australia, or for example, they'll do things in a way where it's like it doesn't reflect on what people know back home. And like they want to be able to go back home and have nothing out of that world reflect in their homeland. They have a lot of love for their home and their life in the homeland.
Okay, that makes sense.
It's an interesting thing about Koreans is they're a little bit like they're like the Japanese in that way, where even if they grow up elsewhere, a lot of them still just dream of their life back home and what would that be like.
Yeah, exactly.
It's non-existent among us.
That makes sense. It's like there's a pride there with that as well. Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah, and I suppose because their home country is a first world country too, so of course you'd have a lot of pride and a lot of desire to go back at some point. I think the reason that us jungle Asians don't have that is that life's just too fucking hard back home. It's hard to imagine it. You're like, I wouldn't be able to do what I do here back home. It's just too difficult.
It's too difficult to do it there, yeah.
So you just don't imagine that life.
Yeah,
but maybe it's that a chicken and egg thing. Maybe it's the pride that creates the well-off country in the first place, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm going the other way around, saying, "Oh, it's kind of hard to think that way because life's so hard back home." But maybe they used to think that before their country was good. They probably did. It's a chicken and egg thing. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, he had a really good fight today, so I'm keen to see who he fights next. And then the main one I wanted to talk about was the Paulie Malinagi and Artem Lobov fight. Do you know about this?
No, I don't.
So Paulie Malinagi and Artem Lobov had a Barenuckle boxing match. So it was because
boxing match.
You know Paulie Malinagi, right?
I don't really know. I'm sorry.
I don't know him. He's an
have to enlighten me.
He's an ex world champion boxer. He fought Cotto. He fought You fight Mayweather? I don't know if you fought Mayweather. He was an ex-champion.
Actually, the name kind of.
He's an Italian guy. So what happened was, up until the McGregor versus Mayweather fight, he was brought in to spar with McGregor, and McGregor apparently smashed him. That was the rumor, right? So he's a retired boxer.
Oh shit! I remember this guy. Yeah.
And they released footage showing him getting knocked down and stuff. So Artem Lobov was there. He was like his trainer. Like he was he's McGregor's training partner. And then McGregor like kind of shattered him. So he's been so angry at McGregor for so long about it. McGregor just doesn't care anymore because he's got millions and millions of dollars. Like, I don't want to entertain this. So McGregor's training partner, Artem Lobov, who was there, he challenged him to a fight. And they said, okay, we'll fight. And it's been crazy lit up, man. Paulie Maliнаgi's been slapping him in the face. He's been spitting on him. He's been saying all this crazy shit, man. And Paulie Malinagi said, like, MMA fans are the dumbest fans there are. The reason why this fight gets to go ahead. I'm going to show you all why boxing's better and, like, how this idiot's going to get smashed. Now, Artem Lobov has, like, a really low... Like, he's 13 and 15 in the UFC. He's just a prize fighter. He goes out and just fights whoever. He doesn't give a fuck.
He's like a journeyman, yeah.
Like a journeyman, that's right. And then he fought him... And the fight was not good for Malinagi, man. People online are saying, "Oh, he won the box. Like Malinagi won the boxing, but it's not a boxing match. It's Barenuckle, man." And he's like throwing these overhand looping hits. They're hitting him. He's splitting his face open. Like Malinagi got fucked up, man, by an MMA fighter, man, in a boxing match, man. It was so embarrassing for him, bro. And now he's complaining, saying, "Oh, it was a split decision," and it wasn't. It was a majority decision. He was like complaining about it, but it actually did look like. Maybe the first 2 of the rounds he won, but like out of 5, it looked like Artem Lobov won, man. Like I couldn't believe it. Artem Lobov wasn't.
I think Barenuckle is it's a totally different game, isn't it? I mean, it's Barenuckle boxing. Like some of the shit you do in normal boxing doesn't quite like the way you guard. You know, you're assuming you have a certain size glove. The way you move, you're assuming a certain size. The chance of getting lacerated is just huge. And
he got his face cut to pieces.
You can't actually throw punches with the same wild abandon either because you can break your wrist really easily. Like
he broke his hand.
Because in boxing you're so strapped up tight, you're strapped straight. You could throw that thing like a fucking club.
Yeah.
But in Barenuckle, your technique has to be on point, or you're gonna break your wrist.
Exactly.
You're gonna break your hand. In some ways, it doesn't surprise me. Actually, in some ways, it doesn't surprise me. The MMA guy won the Barenuckle match, even though there was Barenuckle boxing. I don't know. Somehow, I'm not that surprised.
Also, the clinch. Yeah. The clinch was fucking him up. You clinch him in because like MMA type clinching, you know, and then just like fucking beat him up.
Rabbit punching
him. Was hurting him. Yeah, it was hurting him, and it wasn't like a break, like a traditional boxing break. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, he got smashed. He did say at the end of it, he was just like, "Look, guys, I want to apologize to the boxing community because like he talked all this shit and then he got fucked up, man. Like,
what an idiot!
He talked so much smack. He's been like spitting on Conor McGregor's pictures and pissing on him and." It's been an absolute dickhead, man. But it's what happens. You get punched in the head a lot, man. You don't really like think clearly.
Look,
dude.
People like to talk about how boxing is like so much classier than like UFC, and I'd say it's like a scotch, maybe like a scotch class.
It's still,
dude. It's still a sport where you beat the fuck out of each other. Like it's just
yeah. So yeah, it was entertaining, hectic. Look, I wouldn't recommend watching it unless you really want to. You're really into that shit. Yeah. It was just like, okay, this happened. Next.
I don't know. There's too many fight sports on. You can't keep up with. It's too much fight sports.
I love it, man. I just pick out the best parts. So I just go, let's watch these.
Oh yeah, ONE FC was on recently as well. That was fucking Destiny something. It's fucking.
No,
it's like a fucking
Road Destiny or some shit. The name of it.
Yeah. I'll probably do a rundown of that one next time. But it was fucking. It's a pretty decent Muay Thai fights. Actually, a lot of the key fights were kickboxing and Muay Thai rather than MMA. A lot of the main events. But I like that. I like the variety.
Yeah.
Good variety.
Nah, it's good stuff. All right. So, moving on to our topics for today. So, first one I love the topics. I love the topics, yeah.